No, we had a lot of fun doing that. But God, if you have the opportunity to go to Disney World right now, pass.
Disney World sponsor us.
Yeah, nothing against Disney World, but it was 200 degrees.
We didn't get to do the ride.
But did every ride go down after an hour for maintenance?
No, well, no, but let me tell you this though: the whole real reason why I even agreed to go to Disney World. I keep doing that. The whole reason why I agreed to go to Disney World is because I wanted to ride the new Rise of the Resistance ride. It's a Star Wars ride that's there, and Galaxy's Edge, and we didn't get to ride it because they weren't doing like regular lines. There were two times of the day, 7 a.m. and 1 p.m., where you could chime in on an app and reserve a spot on the ride. But if you miss that spot, you don't get on. So obviously the 7 a.m. we didn't get that, but we tried at the 1 p.m. But the second we logged into the app at 1 p.m., all the seats were taken, and then that was it for the rest of the day for reservations. So we didn't get to ride the freaking ride. The whole point of me wanting really to go.
Look at that. Like, why is it that way?
I don't know, but it really is a rip. Because we all paid $60 a piece to go to this place, and that's not cheap for people like me and Baby J.
Is it to keep people from waiting in lines?
It's to keep people, because apparently that ride is so popular that the lines reach around 3 to 4 hours. Or it gets so bad that, or so long that it gets in people's way when they're trying to get through. Because I mean, the queue on the outside is kind of short, so I guess most of the queue is on the inside. So, you know, I guess they're just trying to save space and time. But it's a bummer for people. If you make that trip, you want to ride the new Star Wars ride that's people are raving about, and you don't get to because you didn't make the reservation in time. It's kind of effed up. So really, we just rode...
And nobody told us about it ahead of time that we would have to make a reservation.
Right. We didn't even know we had to make a reservation for the flippin' robot building. But luckily, we got to do a, what do you call it, standby line?
Yeah, they let you wait in that line.
You get to stay in that line, and we actually did make it, so that's cool. But yeah, the Rise of the Resistance thing, you couldn't get in, and then they had another new ride that was like the Millennium Falcon on a screen type thing. That was 120 minutes long, and I didn't want to stand in that line. So we rode 2 rides. Star Tours, which is a ride that's been there since like the very first day of that Hollywood Studios, that park of Disney, and Tower of Terror, which is one of my personal favorites.
What's the is that the one that just drops you?
It's the drop. That's the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. You go into a haunted hotel and they just drop you.
And we were gonna wait for Rock and Roller Coaster, but at that time we were all just done.
We were done. We were done. We're all out of shape. We're all very warm. And the lines were too long, and there was too many people. Too many people.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be around that people. That was the best. That was really the nice thing. Even being in those lines and everything, they did space people out in the lines, so you were still like separate from everybody. The only time that I got bunched up against people was when we were in. You didn't see this, but there's a pre-show for Tower of Terror. In a little room, you watch like a Twilight Zone little episode thing. But they pile everybody into the room. So that was the only time I was like in a group of people. For the rest of the time, they spaced everybody out pretty well. But it was still way too many people. And I farted when I got back to the apartment, so...
This Disney World.
No, you know, we did Universal Studios like 4 years ago, and I loved every minute of that, but I was also thinner, healthier, and happier. When you're a big bundle of depression and you're fat and old, you don't really want to stand in lines for the hardcore rides anymore.
That's so sad. Don't pork it up.
I am the new pork.
Lord, don't pork it up. Come on.
I am the new pork. He's part-time now and happy.
Exactly. He's part-time and happy.
I'm full-time and miserable.
With that, let's go to the music.